Alright, so when cleaning a bathrooms are simple yet always fun. First thing I like to do is assess what the bathroom situation is and what kind of condition that they left it in, our clients. So first, I always pick up the rug and set it out in the hallway, so that is out of the way. And then I take my purpose cleaner and I'm going to go around and move anything that they have off of the cupboards. Now if I know where things belong, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the drawers that they belong in. So I know combs go in there, maybe little toothpicks can go off to the side, and just set everything off to the side so it is out of the way. Then I'm going to go ahead and spray my cleaner in the sinks, in the toilet, and all around the cracks of the toilet. Make sure you lift up the seat. I like to go around the edge of the toilet, along the bathtub, and then of course along the tub and all the cracks around all the edges, and along any parts of the tile that are bad. That just allows the spray to set a little bit in while you continue to work. I personally like to start at the sink and then the tub area, then the toilet, and then I throw all my rags in my bag and get a clean rag for the floors. Once you've touched those toilets, make sure you never, ever, ever use that rag again. Make sure it goes in with your dirty rags. Another reason why I carry a bag is I'll dump my rags in my bucket and then I'll use the bag for my dirty rags. Another thing to carry that I forgot to mention earlier is an extra bag. We do empty the garbage can in the bathroom after we have cleaned the bathroom. Alright, so like I said, I first spray all the surfaces down. I'm going to get my rag, and to make this video not too long, I'm just going to briefly go over the things that are the most important and make sure everything gets done. Obviously, I make sure the sink, all the cracks and corners are cleaned down. I use my toothbrush to make sure we get around the edges, get that water buildup and that scum buildup up along the edges of the sink. Down along the drain as well, can be a lot of little scum buildup. So the toothbrushes are nice. I also like to do my little returns that are in the sink as well. That can build up with a lot of mold as well. When you're dealing with the stuff on the countertops, I always make sure I move everything, clean it, then the countertops, and then put everything back. If things need to be washed off, such as toothbrush things, I'll take out the toothbrushes with my glove, I'll clean it, and then I'll set it back. Another good reason to wear gloves. If the soap containers get dirty, I like to rinse those off. It's just nice to just do those little extra touches to please the client. I'll also make sure light switches, door frames, door handles, things like that in the bathroom can get really dirty. The bathroom is definitely one of the more dirty parts of the house, and the client always expects things to be cleaned as best as possible. So that's with the sink. Like I said, make sure you pick things up, clean underneath it, put things back. Tidy things up the best as possible if you kind of know where items go. That's another reason why we like to keep clients with the same employees, so that you can get familiar with their homes and where things belong. Then secondly, I will move to the shower. And I'll make sure you get the tile from top to bottom. I'll wipe it down. One thing with a rag is I like to carry a wet rag and a dry rag for my tile, because tile, if it stays wet and just dries itself, it can have those water stains on it. Or if you'd like to, you can do the squeegee. Squeegeeing off that at the end will keep it dry and shiny. It's just nice to have a nice shiny tile in your tub. Again, I'll use my toothbrush and my scrubby, and I'll make sure I get all the edges of the tub. And then when you're done at the very end, one thing that's really nice is to make sure you go back on the chrome and shine it up with either your glass cleaner does a good job with a dry rag, or you can use your polish, your furniture polish. And again, same with your faucets and your sinks. Make sure you use the shine on all of those as well. And then make sure everything is cleaned out. Double check that hairs didn't fall in the tub, or little specks didn't get left behind. I know that's really hard sometimes. And then next is our favorite job of all, is the toilet. So I've sprayed everything down. In the toilet, I just start from top to bottom. Make sure you get the tops of the toilet, the back part of the toilet. I make sure I get back behind the lid when it's shut, all the cracks and corners with my toothbrush, the lid, the seats. Again, with toilet seats is to again have that dry rag with you so that it shines it up really nice, and if you happen to leave and the client comes to sit down on their toilet, it's not wet right after you've cleaned. So just to make sure that you use a dry rag after that. Flip the lid, make sure again you get underneath all these cracks and corners, use your toothbrush, and then hopefully every client again has the scrub brush. If they don't, like I said, that's why I've got my gloves. I'll use my gloves. Some tricks is maybe the Clorox rags that you can throw away. You can use those really well, or just throw your glove away and throw your rag in your bag. And then last but not least are the floors. Again, all around the cracks and corners of the toilet. Make sure you get the toilet lid coming down the edges, the back part of the toilet where some of the dust can build up, along the walls of the toilet, on both the toilet roll side, back against the back wall, and of course, you know, anything on the side or the tubs, anything that kind of splashed. I know that's horrible, but it happens. And then most bathrooms are small enough that I just get on my hands and knees and wipe the floor down with a rag. It's easier that way. You make sure you get the whole floor really well, you get all the cracks and corners, and then like I said, I try to get the doors. Bathrooms get really steamy and the walls collect that steam, and there can be little runs down the wall from buildup from dirt, from hairspray, from combing your hair, brushing your teeth, all the things you do in your bathroom. So also wipe down the back walls if you can. Any surface, the walls against here for any toothpaste splatters, just everything from top to bottom in the bathrooms. Also remember to go behind the door jamb. Make sure you get any dust and particles that it may have settled back behind there. And those are our tips. And then, like I said, make sure you get their garbage can in the end and empty their garbage can for them. Those, you know, if you follow the bucket list that we give to all of our cleaners, we should never have complaints, and everyone should be happy about their nice, clean bathroom. And that is our bathroom tips.